Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. What is better than playing Armored Core on the PlayStation 5 in 60 FPS? Correct, playing Armored Core in up to 120 FPS on the PC, because 120 FPS in a game like that is, in my opinion, a game changer. Okay, so let me tell you a couple of things about my PC, what I'm using for this video. I'm having a 5950 CPU from AMD, which is not the latest anymore, and I'm very sure with a newer CPU you get actually a more stable frame rate. Also, what I need to say is that all the recording what you're going to see from my PC was done with the GeForce Experience through the Nvidia graphic card. That means I will lose a couple of frames, okay? Roughly around 5 to 8 frames per second when I'm using the internal recorder. So keep this in mind, okay? And make sure you add actually 5 frames per second to the counter here, okay? So at the moment, I'm not recording 116 FPS. So again, I'm very sure if I would use a modern CPU and not just this very old one, it's not very old one, but you get my point. I think a 5800X3D would have a better average frame rate. As a graphic card, I'm using a 4080, and that's what you can see here at the moment, 118 FPS. And I have to say, the experience what I have on my PC, thanks to the higher frame rate, is in terms of controls, complete different than to the 60 FPS experience on the PlayStation 5. Of course, I'm not saying that it is unplayable on the PlayStation 5, but when you play in 120 FPS this game and then you come back to the PlayStation 5 to do some testing, then you actually realize how, I shouldn't say bad, but how much of a difference it is between 120 FPS to 60 FPS, and not just in picture clarity, or in terms of picture clarity, that's the right word, really in terms of input lag, in terms of controls. This game is, in my opinion, a must-have to play with a high frame rate, and that's why in this video I'm not covering the 30 FPS option at all. But let's take a closer look on the frames per second on the PlayStation 5. And unfortunately, I can't test the Xbox Series X. So if you have any information about frame rate, visual quality on the Xbox Series X, so please put it in the comment section. In terms of frame rate, unfortunately, there is no stable perfect stable 60 FPS performance mode on the PlayStation 5. You have a lot of drops below 60 FPS, and without a VRR capable screen, it's actually sometimes very annoying. Because without a VRR capable screen, you have a lot of stuttering, and especially during fights, it is something what you don't like to have. With VRR enabled, on the other hand, I haven't found any problem so far. Of course, you still have frame drops, but you can't see it anymore, and the gameplay is very fluent. The PC version, on the other hand, runs well above 60 FPS all the time, at least with my combination with a 4080 and an AMD 5950. And I'm very sure if you even have a better system, you can achieve 120 FPS all the time, which is, again, in my opinion, very important in a game like that. But not just frame rate is better on the PC, also the visual quality over the PlayStation 5 version is very noticeable. The PlayStation 5 version really looks very blurry while you're playing, and the problem is because of just 60 FPS, and I know it sounds ridiculous because usually 60 FPS is the norm what we like to have, but again, when you experienced 120 FPS on an OLED screen like the LG G2 and then you go back to 60 FPS, that's a big step down. I know I sound very harsh because I don't like the PlayStation 5 version in this game at all, but just because I can play it on the PC with a much better visual quality and of course with a much higher performance in general. But we need to keep something in mind, okay? PlayStation 5, 750 Australian dollars. I'm not even getting a graphic card for this price, okay? I paid for my 4080 1800 Australian dollars, okay? So almost 3 times PlayStation 5, okay? So we need to keep this in mind. Of course, we can expect more performance and a better visual quality when you spend so much more money. The PlayStation 5 version is in a great state in my opinion. What they need to fix is the 60 FPS performance mode. Again, I'm not talking about the 30 FPS mode in this game because it's, in my opinion, to be very honest, if someone is playing this game in 30 FPS, that's absolutely stupid. Full stop, okay? That's how it is. Anyway, what they need to fix is really make sure the game has a perfect 60 FPS frame rate, okay? Because not all the people having a VRR display out there, and yeah, with VRR enabled, again, there is no problem at all. Even the game drops to 55 FPS, you won't notice it because VRR is doing a great job in this game. I still prefer the PC version over the PlayStation 5 version, but I told you already why. And yeah, anyway, it's a great game and I'm so surprised actually because this was not on my list at all, but thanks God I bought it. Thank you very much for watching me. I see you guys next time. Bye.